Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. It is Friday, January the 24th, TGIF. We made it. Thank you very much for tuning in. We are here to look at the new releases that have been published this week. And on Fridays, it's Freeform Friday. So we'll look at some things that didn't quite fit other categories. And then we'll finish up with the rest of the cozy mysteries from Monday. Good morning, Elena. How you doing? Just woke up and I will be making myself some breakfast and making my cup of coffee. That sounds like a very good plan. Good morning. All right, shall we jump right in? First up, Let's Call Her Barbie by Renee Rosen. When Ruth Handler walks into the boardroom of the toy company she co-founded and pitches her idea for a doll unlike any other, she knows what she's setting in motion. It might just take the world a moment to catch up. In 1956, the only dolls on the market for little girls let them pretend to be mothers. Ruth's vision for a doll shaped like a grown woman and outfitted in an enviable wardrobe will let them dream they can be anything. As Ruth assembles her team of creative rebels, head engineer Jack Ryan, who hides his deepest secrets behind his genius, and designers Charlotte Johnson and Stevie Klein, whose hopes and dreams rest on the success of Barbie's fashion, she knows they're working against a ticking clock to get this wild idea off the ground. In the decades to come, through soaring heights and devastating personal lows, public scandals, and private tensions, each of them will have to decide how tightly to hold on to their creation, because Barbie has never been just a doll. She's a legacy. Good morning, Kim. How you doing? Hopefully it's looking good for you to be doing your Friday lunch. Elena says yes. Mona Acts Out by Misha Berlinski. Celebrated stage actress Mona Zahid wakes up on Thanksgiving morning to the clamor of guests packed into her Manhattan apartment and to a wave of dread. Her in-laws are lurking on the other side of the bedroom door. She's still fighting with her husband, and in just a few weeks she'll begin rehearsals as Shakespeare's Cleopatra, the hardest role in theater. In an impulsive burst, Mona bounds out the door with the family dog in tow. I forgot the parsley, is her lame excuse, to find her estranged mentor, Milton Katz, who was recently forced out of the legendary theater company he founded amid accusations of sexual misconduct. Mona's escape turns into an overnight adventure that brings her face to face with her past, with her creative power and its limitations, and ultimately with all the people she has ever loved. Beguilingly approachable and intricately constructed, at once funny and sad and wise, Mona Acts Out is a novel about acting and telling the truth, about how we play roles to get through our days, and how the great roles teach us how to live. Good morning, Mary. Happy Friday, TGF. Finally made it this morning. I've been a bad kid most of the week. No, sleep is good. I always say that. Kim, I have a cousin that has an original that she's played with. Oh, they're meant to be loved. And Kim, yes, supposed to be 48 today, 50s this weekend, and 60s starting Monday. Well, hallelujah. That's good. The Queen of Fives by Alex Hay. In 1898, Quinn LeBlanc, London's most talented conwoman, has 5 days to pull off her most ambitious plot yet: trap a highly eligible duke into marriage and lift a fortune from the richest family in England. Masquerading as the season's most enviable debutante, Quinn puts on a brilliant act that earns her entrance into the grand drawing rooms and lavish balls of high society, and propels her straight into the inner circle of her target, the charismatic Kendalls. Among those Among those she will convince are the handsome bachelor heir, the rebellious younger sister, and the esteemed duchess eager to see her son married. But the deeper she forges into their world, the more Quinn finds herself tangled in a complicated web of love, lies, and loyalty. The Kendalls all have secrets of their own, and she may not be the only one playing a game of high deception. The New Internationals by David Wright Falade. Paris, 1947. The city, recovering from the Nazi occupation, suffers from an economy in shambles and an unraveled social fabric. Alongside the wary and war-weary population, American GIs and young people from France's colonies also pack the city. Cecile Rosenbaum, from a bourgeois Jewish family that has lost everything, meets Minette Troret, a feisty French-born girl of Senegalese descent, on the bus to a communist youth conference. There she also meets Sebastian Daxome, an aspiring architecture student from West Africa, and romance blooms. Back in Paris, as these young internationals haunt the cafes and jazz clubs of the Latin Quarter, Cecile and Sebastian find their budding love muddied by confused loyalties and unyielding cultural traditions. When Mac Gray, a charming African-American GI, sets his sights on Cecile, her complicated relationship with Sebastian, as well as her fierce dedication to her newfound political ideologies, are pushed to the brink. End of row one. This next one is a nonfiction. Oh, but you're coming down with a cold. Oh, man. He says, sorry to hear that, Kim. Take it easy and lots of liquids and rest. Indeed. And if you have any spritz, Sinex, or any of the other spritz, spritz your nose. It kills the germs. Lawless Republic, The Rise of Cicero and the Decline of Rome by Josiah Osgood. In its final decades, the Roman Republic was engulfed by a crime wave. An epidemic of extortions, murders, and acts of insurrection tested the court system's capacity to maintain order. As case after case filled the docket, an ambitious young lawyer named Cicero seized every opportunity to litigate, forging a reputation as a master debater with a bright future in politics. In this book, the author recounts the legendary order's ascent and fall and his pivotal role in the Republic's lurch toward autocracy. Cicero's first appearance in the courts came shortly after the end of a brutal civil war. After leveraging his fame as a lawyer to become a consul, he ruthlessly crushed a coup by suppressing the liberties of Roman citizens. The premier legal mind of Rome came to argue that the pursuit of a higher justice could sometimes justify sweeping the law aside, laying the groundwork for Roman history's most famous act of political violence, the assassination of Julius Caesar. This book vividly resurrects the spectacle of the courts in the time of Cicero and Caesar, showing how politics trumped the rule of law and sealed the fate of Rome. I like that time period. William Johnstone and J.A. Johnstone have a couple westerns out this week. This is Leaving Independence, third in the Go West Young Man series. Independence, Missouri, 1865. Seasoned wagon master Virgil Grissom prepares to lead a new group of families westward across the Oregon Trail. Among them are struggling farmer Matt Moran, his wife Katie, and their 3 small children. In spite of the long, treacherous journey ahead, Grissom is confident that this solid, hardworking farmer and his family are tough enough to endure the harsh elements, the rugged terrain, and the occasional run-in with hostile tribes. But he's not so sure about the farmer's younger brother, Clay, who plans to catch up with them along the trail, alone, which has Grissom worried. On the Oregon Trail, a lone man is a dead man. Clay Moran fought hard in the Civil War, serving as lieutenant in the U.S. Cavalry. Now that Robert E. Lee has surrendered, Clay is free to head west with his brother's family. Problem is, the wagon train has left Independence already, and Clay has to go it alone. Luckily, the army let him keep his horse, but when a couple of bushwhackers steal that horse and all his money, he's left high and dry. If Clay hopes to catch up with the wagon train, he'll have to rely on his wits, his guts, and every skill he learned in the war. Along the way, he'll have to do things a man should never have to do, just to survive. Night of a Thousand Darlas by Brooke Abrams. Kim says, thanks, I need a humidifier, but no money. I understand that. Ray says, wow, a Western. Talk about a dying breed. Like to see one for sure. You're going to see two. Night of a Thousand Darlas. Liza Day's mother isn't dead, but leave it to Darla Day to throw herself a funeral anyway. It's the kind of attention grab Liza left behind to build a quiet life for herself and her rebellious teenage daughter, Avery. But between her students discovering her old daytime TV show, putting her teaching job at risk, and her mother's unexpected funeral invitation, Liza's life truly feels like a soap opera. When Liza returns to her family's historic day ranch for her mother's premature farewell, she's not sure what to expect. Darla's always been known for eccentricities, both on and off screen. Thankfully, Liza has her siblings to help navigate Mom's antics, which include everyone dressing as one of Darla's many iconic film characters, a harem of white rabbits, and one surprise guest, Liza's former co-star and Avery's father, Scotty. The more time Liza and Avery spend on the ranch, the more Liza realizes that it might be time to trade in the scripted life she thought she wanted for a leading role in the family she's always needed. And the John Stone duo have another one out. I checked. These are both new. Ooh, and this one's 400 pages. Holy moly. Purgatory Crossing, third in the Nathan Stark Western series. Johnstone Country. Never run a bluff with a six-gun. A legend, his name is mentioned alongside Buffalo Bill Cody and Wild Bill Hickok. He cast a storm cloud-sized shadow across the untamed western frontier. Men on both sides of the law fear his wrath. For Nathan Stark is the Army's avenging angel, waging war against the hostile Indian tribes that threatened the nation and murdered his family in cold blood. In Arizona Territory, the Apache have been raiding both sides of the border, slaughtering anyone who gets in their way. This is the same Indian band that kidnapped the children of the Navajo chief, whose scouts serve in the U.S. Army, and the Navajo will not engage the Apache as long as the chief's children are in harm's way. Now, Stark and Crow Scout Moses Red Buffalo have been tasked with rescuing the Navajo, but they aren't the only ones on the trail of the kill-crazy Apache. A group of unhinged scalp hunters are looking to collect the Mexican government's bounty on the Apache. Now, the territory is about to explode in an avalanche of violence and death. And those are the ones that I found. John Stone has been writing for a good amount of time. I thought they might be reprints, but no, you said they were new. I looked, but it looks like there's probably either son or daughter helping to write or using the name while they write them. All right, let's look at the rest of the cozy mysteries from Monday. We're starting at the bottom and working our way toward the middle. A Death in Diamonds by S.J. Bennett. Kim, I believe you were the one who was reading this. Fourth, in Her Majesty the Queen Investigates. 1957 England. Young Queen Elizabeth II is finding her way in post-war Europe, trying to repair friendships with foreign governments. Advised by her father's old courtiers, the Queen suspects that they may not have her best interests at heart. One of them is trying to sabotage her public appearances, that much she is sure of. When two bodies turn up in Chelsea, the Queen finds herself unwillingly used as the alibi for somebody very close to her. With the reputation of the monarchy at stake, Elizabeth knows she can't face these challenges alone. She needs support from someone she can trust. Therefore, she enlists the help of an ex-codebreaker, Joan McGraw, to uncover the truth. But as Elizabeth and Joan are uncovering secrets from the past, the clock is ticking, and they are in more danger than they know. Kim says, yes, she is. Elena says, made myself some coffee with original creamer. That sounds delicious. And Kim says, so far the book is good. Elena, and next Friday I'm off from work. Oh, I'm jealous. That sounds fabulous. Operation Bayou Justice by Kimberly A. Binshottle. 8th in the Poppy McVie mysteries. Special agents Poppy McVie and Dalton are deep undercover with Earl, a two-bit offender, and his pack of good old boys trying to lure the crime boss. When he finally shows his face, Poppy can't believe her eyes. The long, cold reach of a Mexican cartel boss she'd busted long ago has come back to haunt her. Poppy once again teams up with Charity Styles and the elite Armstrong group, but soon finds herself in the crosshairs of a stone-cold killer. This is saying if you love Lara Croft and Indiana Jones movies and love Nevada Bar, this is a book for you. Ava Burke has a new one. Haunting and Homicide. With a beagle on the cover. And you have to say, honey, where'd you get that skull? Kim says, just missed her usual helper, but much earlier time frame. Oh, gotcha. Mixing it up in the helper area. Tallulah Lou Thatcher has a gift. She can see dead people. But in New Orleans, Louisiana, this is not a drawback. On the contrary, her ability to see ghosts helped her host viral ghost tours through the historic Garden District. When rival tour guide Adam Brandt, who accused her of faking her encounters to undercut his business, is found murdered, Lou is the only one who can see him, his ghost, that is. To which I'd say, you didn't believe me? Now you do. It's no secret Adam and Lou were feuding, and with the absence of a suspect, she's the only one with a clear motive. After Detective Dylan Finch, Lou's longtime crush, reveals the murder weapon was a ceremonial dagger from Lou's shop, she is officially declared the prime suspect. Determined to prove her innocence, Lou starts investigating right away. Weaving her way through Adam's business partnerships, friendships, and kinships, Lou must uncover who wished to see him dead before the killer tries to silence her. But what about the beagle? Death of an Irish Druid by Katie Murphy. Katie Murphy. 6th in the Dublin Driver Mysteries. Megan is excited to show her visiting American friends the best of Ireland. A dead body in a holy well, however, was not on her list. The victim is Seamus Nolan, nicknamed the Irish Druid for his controversial efforts to rewild his country estate. The local police seem all too willing to write off his death as an accident, but Megan's instincts say not so fast. Megan knows that sleuthing cost her her last girlfriend. Maybe solving another murder will help her make peace with that. And she's even more determined to figure out who done it when she learns that an antiquated law may pass the estate onto Nolan's land-grabbing sellout uncle instead of his beloved daughter. But then with Nolan out of the picture, a rival conservationist's bid for a major grant is uncontested. And as more suspects crop up, so does a toxic surprise on the estate, throwing everyone's plans and Nolan's reputation into jeopardy. Now Megan will have to unearth a killer with a very dirty secret. End of that row. She Doesn't Have a Clue by Jenny Elder Moak. A high-end wedding on a private island off the coast of Seattle sounds like something out of a magazine, but for best-selling mystery author Kate Valentine, it's more like a nightmare. Why Kate agreed to attend her ex-fiance's wedding is its own enigma. Nope, not quite. But she'll plaster on a fake smile for 2 nights with the aid of free champagne, naturally, and because the groom happens to be her editor, she'll try to finish a draft of her latest Loretta Starling mystery as a wedding gift. When the bride is poisoned and Kate stumbles across a dead body, she finds herself in a real-life mystery that eerily echoes the plot of her latest novel. And the only person who seems willing to help Kate catch the killer is Jake Hawkins, a.k.a. the Australian, a.k.a. Kate's biggest romantic regret. As the wine flows and the weather threatens to hold every guest hostage, bitter resentments and long-held grudges surface among the colorful crowd. Anyone could be capable of murder, it seems. What would Loretta do? Unfortunately, Kate doesn't have a clue. We're kind of running out of time, just to make sure that everybody gets, we've got 7 here left. The Retired Assassin's Guide to Country Gardening by Naomi Kuttner. tagged a New Zealand paranormal cozy mystery. 475 pages. Wow, good for that person. Perfect Gang by Nick Saint, 94th in the Mysteries of Max. If you're looking for a long series, well, there you go. 94. That's even beating Nora Roberts. Deadly Words and Innocent Gossip in Little Mallow. Where's Cajun? This would be a perfect title for her, by Patsy Collins, 3rd in the Little Mallow Cozy Mysteries. 347 pages. I'm kind of surprised. Murder by the Vat by Nellie Stein, 3rd in an Emma Lang Cozy Mysteries. Eclairs and Executions by Erica J. Walton, 5th in the Alphabet Soup Mystery Series. Oh, that one's coming along. It wasn't long. A lot of these cozy mysteries do more than one book in a year because they're short, but I'm not saying that. Secrets, Songbirds, and Succulents by Iris March. Succulent Sleuth Cozy Mysteries, book number 3. So cardinal on the cover. The last one that we have to take a look at is The Dog Sitter Detective Plays Dead by Anthony Johnston, 3rd in the Dog Sitter Detective series. Well, we made it. It's not all the books this week, but it's a really large chunk of them. Elena says, see you tomorrow afternoon at 12 noon. I will see you tomorrow afternoon. You have a good Friday. Enjoy your coffee. Ariel just popping in to say good morning. Good morning, Ariel, and wish everyone a happy and productive and or peaceful Friday. Thank you very much, and back at you, baby. Elena, have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Elena. Have a good day, sweetie. And Mary, I have another gas person coming today to give me info on LP gas versus natural gas. I think I want the latter, but open to persuasion, I guess. It's good to be informed, to get a balanced approach. Elena says, very funny. Have a great day, everyone, says Kim. Indeed. Well, we'll see what today brings for us at work. Our service manager has been out all week. We'll see. Mary says you did yeoman's duty. Thanks, as always. Interested to hear how Randy did yesterday. Hope to see you there. Everyone have a great weekend. Rosanna put up a post that Rosanna is doing the morning show again today, and we don't have any news about what that means. So it's not Randy today, and I guess maybe we'll hear on Monday, or she might put up a post. So yeah, hope it's better news. All right, thank you guys. I don't have any sprints tonight. I do have sprints tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and they go for 5 hours. Next week, we'll look at a whole bunch of new published books. Be safe, be warm, be happy, read good books, and as the banner says, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom. Have a good day, and God bless. Yeah. Thanks, Disney. I will go. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping. All right, God bless everybody.